Hello and welcome to Toolset Tuesday, day 30, if you can believe it, of the 2-Minute Author Challenge. Hi, my name is Christopher D'Armani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And today's quote is, "I start each day with gratitude." And this is just such a beautiful way to begin a day. It truly, truly is. And the simplest way to go about this is to write a daily gratitude list. Do this first thing in the morning. It takes 5 minutes or less, and it sets your day off on the right path. Makes you happier too, because one of the beautiful realities is you can't be grateful and upset at the same time. You can't be grateful and angry at the same time. You can't be grateful or sad at the same time. And when I start my day off with gratitude, like I said, it grounds me in the things that are important, instead of the things that the gerbils in my head will try and tell me are important, because those things aren't typically. So how do you develop this gratitude habit? It's actually really, really simple. Wake up, grab a cup of coffee, grab a notebook and a pen, because old school this definitely works best, and then spend 5 minutes writing down in your notebook all of the things you're grateful for, and perhaps a line about why you're grateful for it. So if you're grateful to your spouse for something specific, write down that something specific. If you're grateful that someone did something for you, write that down. But just build this list, and it can be as simple as, I'm so grateful that I woke up this morning, right? Because I am grateful that I woke up this morning, because that's a good thing, right? As my grandfather used to say, every day above ground is a good day. So try that. Do it for 7 consecutive days. This 7 days isn't anywhere near long enough to build and ingrain a habit in you, of course, but 7 days is certainly long enough for you to see some impact in your life around this. So what I would like you to do every morning as you're doing this is evaluate your mood after you're finished writing this gratitude list. How do you feel? Maybe make a notation in that day's entry and just to keep track of these things, just to log it a little bit. My bet is that your results will be the same as mine. You're going to be happier, you're going to be more grounded, you're going to be more willing to do the things that you know you need to do today, because doing those things will deliver the results in your life that you want. So when it comes to writing a book, for example, if I'm grounded in gratitude, it makes it really, really easy for me to keep that writing appointment with myself, because that's the pathway to achieving the dreams that I want, right? That's the pathway of getting where I want to go. So simple stuff. My bet also is that after that 7 days, you're going to want to keep doing this, because it's just a beautiful, beautiful way to start off your day. It really is. So yeah, what's this got to do with writing? A whole lot, actually. A grateful mind is typically a calm and centered mind. That's a beautiful thing. And because if you want to write, the easiest way to write is to make sure you have a centered, grounded, calm mind. And I'll talk about this another time. And if you join me in the workshop next week, you'll hear a lot more about for examples from my own life where one year I was very, very grounded for National Novel Writing Month, and the next year I really wasn't, and I'll dive into the reasons for that. But the writing, the writing output showed very clearly calm and centered versus not life falling apart. One of these things is really, really not like the other, and so that was a great lesson for me in making sure that I'm approaching my writing in as a calm and a grounded fashion as I possibly can. So if you're willing to test that theory with me, I would love for you to do that. I would love you to take this habit and start working on it. And if you discover that you're getting some really great results out of this, that it actually is making a difference in how your day goes, I would love for you to share that in the comments or just reach out to me privately. Also, of course, as I say every day, I would love for you to like and share this video with your friends. Comment, let me know what you thought about today's idea, the tool of a daily gratitude list. I think it's extremely important. I'd love to hear what you think as well. I would also love for you to connect with me on social media, connect with me on LinkedIn. All the links are at sleekbio.com/Christopher. You can find all the ways to connect with me there. And last but not least, the August, I got the right slide today too, it's even better. The August grand prize for my monthly giveaway this month is a copy of Scrivener. So if you're a Windows user, you'll win a copy for Windows. If you're a Mac user, you'll win a copy for Mac. ChristopherDiarmani.net/giveaway is how you enter. There's a little bit of information about Scrivener there as well if you're not familiar. I personally believe this is one of the most amazing tools for writers ever developed. There's a couple out there that are really, really good. This is one of them. And I think it's December, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the other one that I highly recommend as well. So these are the this is the tool that I spend most of my writing time in, and it's a beautiful, if you're not familiar with it, go to YouTube, check out a couple of tutorials or something like that, or just go to the Scrivener website and you'll learn all kinds of really interesting things. It's a beautiful tool. It's a great way of organizing your writing. And so it's really fun to be able to give a copy of this away this month. And the last thing I would ask you to think about, if you have a book on your heart that you want to get written, but you're having a hard time getting it done, or even just getting started, what I would encourage you to do is join me next week, starting on Monday, August 8th, at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific, where I'm going to be running a 5-day free workshop to help you go develop your own success roadmap, your own roadmap for success for writing your own book. And at the end of those 5 days, assuming, of course, that you show up and you do the work and ask all the right questions you need to ask, is you'll walk out of that 5 days at no cost with a complete roadmap for how to write your book. You'll know the who, what, when, where, and why of how to get that book done. It's a beautiful thing, and I have a lot of fun teaching this, and it's a really great way to just shortcut that process of going from zero to having a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, it's really, really difficult to get your book written. It's just so much harder. And that's why I developed this 5-day workshop, is I want to show you how simple, how easy, and how quickly you can develop this roadmap for success so that you can get that first draft finished. Because that's the really big chunk. That's the biggest, hardest chunk of the entire process, is getting that first draft done. So if I can jumpstart you into that process, that just makes me really happy. So the link is on the screen there, christianauthorunstuck.com. You can learn a little bit more about the 5-day workshop there. As I said, it's completely free. Just show up. It'll also all take place in the private Facebook group, because I think it's really important, especially when we're talking about writing nonfiction books that potentially could be very, what's the word I'm looking for? The work you need to do to develop your roadmap for success can be rather challenging, especially if you're writing a book about how to deal with a specific trauma, which is what a lot of nonfiction books do. So that's why I keep this a private group, because I want you to be free enough and feel psychologically safe enough to be able to talk about whatever you need to talk about without thinking the whole world's seeing it, because we don't need that. So it all starts, like I said, on Monday, August 8th, and I would love to have you there, because it really is a lot of fun. I get to share with you all the things that I learned, most of which I was working 15 years in the movie industry and struggling to figure out how do I write anything given the stupid hours that I was working. And then since then, of course, I've honed that into a really great process. And so this is one of the first building block of that process, and I would love to share that with you. All right, so hopefully I will see you on Monday. And regardless, I will see you here tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock, where I'll share another writing tip for you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.